Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
This episode is powered by Poddex.
Thank you for tuning in today. You are now listening to That Will Never Work podcast with your host, Maurice Chisholm. Good day, everybody. Good day. We are in the process of making some changes in our lives, right? And one of the things that I have noticed personally, that sometimes it's hard to stay motivated as we're making these changes. Understanding the reason, the season that you're in, right? And I know for myself, when it comes to this show, That Will Never Work podcast, the show, sometimes it's a little difficult as to staying in the mindset of getting work done, right? And sometimes it's a little difficult in completing the task. Sometimes it's difficult to be the creative mindset behind this show, along with everything else that goes along with Chisholm Group LLC. So today, as I am speaking to you, I am struggling with motivation. Sometimes I am motivated and sometimes I am not. And I'm pretty sure that some of you are dealing with the same thing. There are times where, like at this very moment as I'm speaking to you, sometimes my why is not big enough at that particular moment because of my distractions of everything else that I'm going through. And so what I mean by that is, and I'm going to give you a perfect example. This past weekend, my kids had come home for the holidays and it was my son's birthday. And so I was not in the mindset of getting a show done, to be honest, for this weekend, and I could not figure out what in the world I wanted to do. So unfortunately, because I could not stay in a creative mindset, and even though we have goals and dreams and we discussed it a teensy weensy bit, but at that time, my motivation was not high. My energy was not high. I was so consumed about being a parent that my motivation to move myself forward, I got lost. And so how many of you today are lost based off of all the other things that's going on in your life? So today I'm explaining to you what I had to do in order for me to be motivated, even just to record this show. I personally had to wake up out of a dream. Like I was in a dream and I was, sometimes you have those real crazy dreams, but you wake up and you can't figure out what's really going on and all that type of stuff. So I had to make a conscious effort when I had awakened to not be consumed by the dream. Because sometimes I have these dreams where I'm consumed about, hey, what did it mean? And all those type of things. But at this particular time, this particular dream, even though I knew it was crazy, I had to motivate myself to get beyond that and say, you know what, Maurice, all it was a dream. All it was a moment of distraction. All it was a moment that your subconscious or subconscious self was going crazy and not take it to heart at that particular moment. I also had to make a conscious effort to say, hey, you know what, Maurice, in order for you to get past this, because, you know, the other part of what's going on is that my show is coming out late this particular day. And that's because I knew I had to get some housework done. So I had decided I was going to cut the grass. You know, I had to get the grass cut before I got a ticket for where I live. And, you know, I decided to say, hey, you know what? I can deal with the show being late as long as it's on the day, but I need to find a topic to really talk about. And so in that moment of even just doing something as mundane as doing housework, again, stuff that we don't normally do, you have to find your moment of motivation. So what I had to do, even in that, is being motivated to go and cut the grass, to not get a ticket or whatever else. So I had to find motivation, one, of not living within that craziness of that dream and trying to figure out and analyze it, because that's just the individual that I am. And then number two, of cutting the grass so I don't get a ticket. So in these two situations, I am finding something that's going to motivate me to move. I just encourage y'all to move forward. So last but not least, in this particular show, we're going to talk about why I actually got this done. And what was the motivation for that? The motivation for me to get this show done today is commitment. I made a commitment to do this show. I made a commitment to see this through. I made a commitment to myself that I am going to be, no matter how it gets done, I am committed to making sure that this channel grows, the show grows, that I'm going to grow within this community of entrepreneur and business life coaches, to growing my channel, to multimedia and social media marketing managers, and whatever it is that any of us need. Sometimes we got to dig a little deeper and understand why in the world did we decide to do this, and what is it going to make for us to, or what promises have we made in order for us to get this thing done. So today I just ask each and every one of you, how committed are you to what you decided to do? What is your commitment level? And is that your motivation to move forward? So, you know, I need you to think about it, write it down, understand what's your why and any and everything that you do, and understand that part of this journey is hard. Understand that part of the journey is difficult. It's not rewarding. But when all of it is said and done, and you get to sit back and say, you know what? I did that. You know what? I persevered. You know what? I created something that somebody said I couldn't do. I want you to evaluate what's your motivation. Today, mine was commitment. Today. Sometimes my motivation is, hey, I want to be a billionaire. Hey, I want the new car. Hey, you know, I want a bigger house, or I want to see a smile on my wife's face. Whatever it might be. Sometimes your motivation is from without, meaning outside of yourself. And then you have times where motivation is coming from within. And today, my motivation was a promise that I wanted to have for myself, and that is that word commitment. I challenge you to be committed today, and I challenge you to get up out your seat, get out your bed, get out your car, whatever the situation is, you know, pull out that pencil and pen and write things down in your journal. I challenge you to get your whiteboard marker and write on your whiteboard, or whatever it is that's going to make you and help you stay committed. Take whatever steps there are, and make sure that you listen to Women Empowerment Wednesdays with Coach Latoya Little, and she can also help motivate you to get into, how to move things forward with, you know, some of the most interesting stories that, because both of us being coaches, we understand that it's not easy. We understand that sometimes it is hard. Sometimes understanding what the true motivation is, what's pushing you, and is that why bigger than the problem? Is that why bigger than the solution? Is that why bigger than your self-doubt? Is that why bigger than you staying in bed? Is that why, pushing you to become great? Because you realize one thing a lot of us have not realized yet, that there is greatness lying within us. Sometimes that little push, we push back on it because we don't like that, because we're not motivated, because we weren't raised in the right environment to be pushed. But at this time, understand what is your why, what is your motivation, and ultimately, what is your commitment to the problem.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.